Hi, it's Kari from Chalk Central, and I'm here to step you through your Club Couture chalk transfer for March 1st. It is Live Life in Full Bloom. It is a beautiful project, so springy, and you're going to love it. It's so easy, has a simple layering technique, and I'm going to step you through it. I always love to start with my Aiden White 9x12 chalkboard. It's just such a great basic board to have around the house, and it's so easy to clean and change for every season. The transfers right here, you can see that there's just 3 elements that you're going to cut apart. I've done that so you don't have to watch me cut, and I'll go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to be aware of with this transfer is that this is your first layer. It's the petals. So when you put it down, you just need to be mindful that the branch detail layer has more detail. What do you know? And it extends a little bit past where the petals do. So just keep that in mind, kind of stack them and see where you want to place it. For this exact project, I've got the placement for you down, so you don't have to think about it, but if you're going to put it on something else, just be mindful of that. So I'm going to put mine kind of right how you see me positioned it now. I've got it in a 1/2 inch from the corner and about a 1/2 inch down from the top of the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and peel it off, and I'm going to remember not to peel it from the diagonal. Straight down always works better so that you're not stretching. And I'm going to fuzz my transfer real quick because this is brand new. And again, you're doing that just on a terry cloth, clean cloth. Just pick up a little bit of fuzz. That gentles the adhesive and makes it so you'll be less likely to stretch when you pull. So I'm going to get that position just right. Smooth it all out. And I'm going to grab one of my small cut-in-half squeegees. You know I love to work with those just because they fit in the jar so nice, and I can get in and avoid kind of spreading off the edges. Don't worry if you spread off the edges, that's why we love chalk, right? Because you can take it off, but I just like working with this small tool. So you're going to go ahead and make sure you're covering the screen with this beautiful bubblegum pink Chalkology paste. I stirred it before I started. You can see that beautiful consistency, just like sour cream like you like it. No chunks, no bumps. And once you're all the way covered, I'm going to set my squeegee there. I'm going to need it again in a second. And I'm going to peel to catch that corner. Work my way across to the top and peel straight down for that first layer. Now, you know, sometimes I've recommended that we wash between, but this is a really simple layer. So I'm going to tell you to rotate your board, go ahead and reposition it, and chalk it again, which will save you a little bit of time and energy, and it makes this project so fast and so easy. So again, I've positioned it the same. I've got a 1/2 inch up from the top, 1/2 inch from the side, and I'm just going to chalk that pink again all the way over. This transfer is a really great one because it has kind of a rough look. These petals line up with the branch detail, but they have like a little bit of overlap here and there. I love when our transfers are like that because they look so realistic. They don't look, it looks like chalk. It looks like a handmade creation, and I love that about it. So what I'm trying to say is don't worry too much if things don't go perfectly every single time. Okay, we're going to peel. See that? 2 layers, no washing, and I'm going to put it in my water bath so that it can be cleaning as I prep for my next step, which I've got it done for you right here. We did both petal layers, so just so you don't have to wait for it to dry. You do need to allow enough dry time before you start with this next layer, which is going to be the branch detail. So I'm going to go ahead and tidy up my squeegee here. Throw that in the water. And when you are layering your branch detail, you need to use your pink petals as your guide. Depending on how you've placed it, as you put this in the corner, it may not look exactly square with your board, and that's okay. You can see right through that silk. You can see right where you need to line it up. So just use that pink layer as your guide. Get it situated just so, and stick it down. See, can you see on camera? It's a little bit wonky. It's not quite square with the sides of my board. and that's okay. You're using that bottom layer as a guide. And again, if it's not perfectly overlapped, it's totally still beautiful. You see how there's still like a little bit of black showing in those areas? It works so nice. I love how well designed our transfers are. So you're gonna go ahead and chalk this layer in the mocha. Don't you think this is a yummy color? It makes me kind of hungry when I see it. It looks like chocolate frosting or something. You're gonna go ahead and get all your screen covered with that mocha Chalkology paste. Smoothing as you go. And always remember, your first priority is getting this transfer off your board. So don't fuss with the lids, don't fuss with other stuff. Get your transfer pulled. Now, if you're feeling gutsy, you can go ahead and flip it around and try again. This layer is a little bit trickier, so I'm gonna recommend that you wash it in between. But I totally know that you can do it. If you wanna try, just get it placed. As long as you've got enough dry time on those first layers, you can get it placed and it will go on just like perfectly, just like the first layer did. So I'll get that washing, and I do have a board ready for you to see that has both of the branch layers on, so you can see how to position that bloom, live life in full bloom, sorry. Okay, so you can see we've got both of our branches chalked on that version, and I'm gonna rinse off my squeegee one more time and show you how to position. This is the easy part. This is where you just get to position the Live Life in Full Bloom right in the middle of your chalkboard, and you can eyeball that. I don't have any measurements for you because it's super easy to see. This transfer has kind of created a nice rectangle and just centers that sentiment in the middle so nice. And get that positioned for you. And once you do, grab your white and get that chalked in. Make sure you cover your screen and that you're squeegeeing off the excess as smoothly and as evenly as possible. And that's so quick. And it is such a beautiful board. I'm gonna throw that in my water. And there you have it. Live life in full bloom with Couture.